I did. I had a woman named Sarah McLeod who came in. I sent her home with a dress, and she came back with this work of art. And she's an artist too, but she moved on. She needed a job that was really going to pay her right now, and this is a build it for the cause kind of thing. Yeah. So right now it's just me, but I would welcome other artists to jump in and do this as long as they chip in a little for the gardens.
Yeah, so call to artists, anybody that's watching this, if you're interested in helping out with a nonprofit, contact her.
Yeah, and seamstresses, I don't sew, the inside of my gowns are a nightmare. Glue gun is about the best I do, but anybody that sews or paints or crafts, we'd love to have more enthusiasm and hands-on in the craft part, and it's a lot of fun. Definitely. This is art therapy. I do this in the middle of the night when I'm jonesing trying to deal with my own issues. It's great therapy. It's a lot of fun.
So how do people get a hold of you?
I have a number of sites. I'm all over Facebook. The Brides of Eden have a site. We have bridesofeden.com. I have a WordPress site. We're on YouTube. Just Google Brides of Eden.
Brides of Eden.
Yeah, interestingly, when you Google Brides of Eden, there's a book called Brides of Eden that was written about a cult in Corvallis at the turn of the century. And it has nothing to do with us. We're not a cult. It's not a religious thing. An interesting story, a local true story, but we're not a cult. I call it the Brides of Eden because our vow and our commitment is to the garden. If we don't regreen the planet, if we don't, heal our food supply, it's going to be really hard to heal us. So it's about making a commitment to this kind of lifestyle we're going to help recreate, because it was here when we got here. Mm-hmm. So it's also the garden is a beautiful thing to paint and draw. It's a lot of cool visuals in the garden.
You're doing a great thing and doing a good job at it.
Thank you. I've been kind of alone in it. I have some cool women that show up for the parties and whatever, but I'm really hoping to attract an army with this television show of women all over women, children, men, whatever, that want to get more involved in the gardens. And if I got to get them to a wedding dress-up party to get them educated and involved, so be it. It's
awesome.
Fun.
So what are your plans for the future?
I'm really focused on this television show. I think, Patrick, the man you met on your way in here, is the one who builds the Eden-type gardens and who helped me save my life. And we've been pretty alone in it for like 20 years, just going broke trying, but we did it for Albertina Kerr and an elite elder care facility who built these magical transforming gardens. But we only reached a few people and drained our own pockets. With television, you can speak to millions of people, and at least, it's not about preaching to them, do this, it's about show them, this will work for me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have to go the gruesome medical route when I found that the medicine's really in the garden. So I hope that we can really make this work and put out, a fun, entertaining reality show that has integrity for the purpose of social change.
Right on.
So that's my goal for the next year. We'll do some boots or some stilettos on the ground things here in Portland. I was all over Portland on the trains and buses and gowns last year talking to people and sharing information. But with television, once that camera turns on, you can get to so many people.
I guess the last thing that I wanted to talk about was I throw a gallery once a month. There's one coming up this Friday, and I have some posters and flyers if you're at all interested in coming checking it out.
Love to.
But you're invited to show at next month's gallery.
Awesome.
If you're interested.
Love to.
Awesome. There's free booze, free food.
Where is it?
We paint on the walls. It's at my house. I invite all of the artists that I interviewed in the previous month, and it's 119th and Powell in Portland.
Oh, I know where that is. Cool. I'd love to be included.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I need to network with other artists. I've been kind of isolated. I'd love to see what
it'd be a
doing.
good time to see talk to artists, see if anybody's interested in joining.
Great, thank you.
Do you have business cards?
I do, but I got a brand new phone, so my beautiful cards are not accurate, but I'll have some fresh ones maybe.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And the last thing with that is we do a raffle at the end of the night, and I ask all the artists that are involved if they want to donate something small
Sure.
for a raffle. It's not a requirement or anything to be a part
Oh,
of
I
the
love
show.
to give my stuff away. I've got stuff all over the world, really.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
If any of the guests come in and they donate $5 or more to the Art Life video blog, and the Fourth Advent Friday is what the gallery is called, they get a raffle ticket and a chance to win like a bunch of really amazing art from Portland, like some of the best artists in the world, really.
Cool. Well, I'll have to think about what I want to donate, but I'll come up with something really cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. That's fun. What a great way to network amongst artists.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So tell me, can you tell me a little bit more why you started the blog and what your goal is?
Yeah, I started because I had just gotten a new iPhone 6. I upgraded from the iPhone 4 to the iPhone 6.
I have a 5.
And I knew how much better it was, but I didn't it didn't click until I started using it. And my roommate had an art project where he was dropping art around the city, and I just brought my phone along and videotaped it and kind of interviewed him. And we just directly uploaded them onto YouTube as we were on the fly, and like people were checking them out. We liked it. We decided that we were going to do a video blog about art, daily blog about the art that we're creating in our lives. And after a few days, we got really boring.
Decided to expand your circle.
Yeah, we were like, we need to do something. We have nothing to talk about. And we asked our roommate Robert if he wanted to be a guest and show some of his art off too. So we did our first little interview with our third roommate, and like the few audience members, like 3 audience members that we had at that time, really liked it. And we had fun, and Robert had fun, and it was just like, we're on to something.
Yeah.
We have to continue. So I started contacting all my artist friends and slowly building up this crazy schedule.
Well, you might make it to reality TV. What an interesting show you got
maybe
going.
it's
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. I'm just rolling with the punches as they come along.
Yeah, I watched one of your blogs before you came over to see what the format was like. I really enjoyed it. I like the folksy in the living room kind of
Thanks.
setting. So
I
I wish
appreciate
you
it.
great success. Thanks for including me.
Yeah. Do you have any last thoughts, comments, concerns?
No, I just, art is such an interesting thing. I grew up around it. I've done it all my life. Some people make a fortune at it. A painting that looks like a kindergartner did it goes for, $100,000. It's just so subjective, but it's really about me.
Right.
I'm just doing this for me, and the fact that it's helping me spread a message or whatever, but I encourage everybody to get their art on.
Well, life is art, and that was kind of the basis of the Art Life video blog. Is art is life, life is art. Just being alive, you're creating.
Yeah.
You're creating relationships, you're creating physical